us what you're doing.
Trying to put this plate, this ingenious British system, back in its original place. It goes very well. I love how the British design this, with ease for maintenance in mind.
Yep. And meanwhile, I'm working on this one. So this is oil reservoir, gasket plate, bolts, and we're missing one, but shouldn't be too much of a problem, as I'm gonna leave out this one, as there's flow here in between anyway. And this entire section gets reverse mounted here, and that'll hold an axis here, which in turn will hold the pedals. All the bolts have been fitted. Spot the odd one out. I'll give you a clue.
They won't notice.
No. Pedal assembly, clutch, brake, gas pedal. And this one is locked into place here, this piece of metal, and then is fixed to the axle, which in turn will get connected to this rod, this piston, which will be for the handbrake, which is connected to this lever. Okay, a bit of a setback today. We had to disassemble the entire pedal mechanism again, especially the oil reservoir, because these three oil supply lines still had to be fed through, which meant putting in the rubber seals on this side and on the other side, spring, and a custom-made washer.
Is that what you all did in the whole day?
Yes, I hated Churchill. And everything has been put back together. And I can now see here, so these were the missing ones, which meant we had to disassemble everything again. Also install these return guides. Pistons still need to be reassembled. Just put them in for fitting. So 2 hydraulic cylinders have been installed. First one and the second one for the throttle. First one is for the clutch. So the third one still to be done, the one for the brakes. But first we need to still locate some of the parts. Basically the mechanism that goes inside the cylinder. And here we see Eve installing the alternative mounting mechanism for the copper tubes. Let's call it Belgian improvement on British design.
Big improvement if it works. Yay, it works.
So basically what we did now is, instead of mounting the copper tubing to the metal cover, which is somewhere around here, and then mounting the cover to the floor, we're mounting the tubes directly to the floor, which is going to make it a lot easier to connect the tubes without leaking.
This way it makes sense. Right, what we have exactly made are some brackets to replace those covers. And that will make it first much easier to install those hoses and also easier to access in case of a leak later on. So now we're gonna mount the hoses. We just change these parts, for the rest we're gonna use all the old parts. And we're gonna use this for leaks, against leaks. But also the big advantage is, now we have some room to play with the pipelines. Before that we had to place them each at the correct place in the cover. Now we can have some room to play with.
So those tiny brackets will hold the pipes in place. It's basically the same mechanism, but then upside down, which before held it to the cover plate.
And if somebody asks, yes, those bolts are metric. Ja, maar belichting en al. Ah, dat is de volgende. Check, die zetten die bak dichter en van die luchtverplaatsing. Check dat, hè. Ja, het gaat gewoon. Het is een stoomtrainer. Dat gaan we nog even blazen. De bal erin.
So all 6 tanks have been tested, and we only have a leak here on this seal here. It should not be a big problem to put a new one. So good news. sensor of the fuel tank. This is the float. And as you can see, basic cork. Never breaks, never fails. Victory!
I'll put that there. It's good?
Yep.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. Keep. Thank you. One had a second ring, the other not.
No.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because there wasn't one on it.
Alright.
This has to come on.
Just a second. It's catching on this. I'm going to clean it up also in a second. Yeah, that's what I do.
Now it's just wheeling it in place. Still good, still good. Yep. It's in place.
So that's one thing down. Yeah?
Not good. We have a leak.
2 leaks.
Two leaks.
The problem is, these are the original hoses of the fuel system, and they leak. So, yeah.